Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, good morning and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, your back.
Welcome to Rangers.
Well, hello, good morning and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, you're on the show this morning. Is Albert? Morning, Albert.
Morning, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm feeling reasonably optimistic. That makes sense, yeah?
Yeah, makes perfect sense, mate. There's every reason to be optimistic, mate. Every reason. It's Old Firm Day, mate. It's Old Firm Day.
I believe you've got the team for us, mate.
Yeah. Now, you need to excuse some of the pronunciations here. Right, here we go. The team is Butland, Tavernier, Proper, Suter, Yefty, Sterling, Barron, Diomande, Matondo, Cherny, Dessers. Substitutes: Kelly, Lawrence, Kaza, Anawurl, Balogun, Igmani, Raskin, McCausland, Fraser, and Danilo.
Can you mention that? Who was the first sub you mentioned? Not the first sub. The very first sub.
Kelly.
All right, I thought you struggled with that, mate. Carry on.
I did, mate. I did. It sticks in my throat.
Oh, somebody will fell off his seat.
Big A came to like that. Be throwing things at his radio. That bomb pot. Anyway. So that's that. I mean, it's not bad. Not bad. The team was what we expected, wasn't it? Basically. And the bench is looking reasonable. I think it looks reasonable.
I think it was pretty much the team. The main talking point about the team on Friday night is whether we would play Diamande and Lawrence in there. Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see how we set up. Now, Clement seems to stick to his principles, yeah. And I would say that Diamande will be the guy who's got a bit more license and less discipline, but then we would know in this game he's also got to get close to their guy who used to be a Rangers supporter and close him down, yeah?
Yeah. See, the trouble is sticking with your principles. Gerrard, when he came in at first, was the exact same. He stuck to his principles. But there's comes times where you've just got to adapt. You've just got to adapt, mate. And that's that. Gerrard finally worked it out against them. Finally worked it out. And I think Clement's going to have to do the same. I know Gerrard was stop him. Just stop him. Stop him, and the whole thing comes to a grinding halt.
I just did a quick look, mate. So that's 6 different starters for the cup final. Yeah, for us.
Yep.
With Proper and Suter, because obviously Suter never started in the cup final. It was Balogun and Davis, who had a decent game, if we're honest. Jeffy, Barron, Matondo, and Cherny. So there's your 6 starters, mate. So the team has changed quite dramatically, mate. And if you take Jeffy, Barron, Cherny, I'm not sure about his legs and his pace, mate. He's an intelligent footballer. I don't think he's one that's going to run about all day long for you. I don't know if he's going to run up and down like Candias, but if you take just Jeffy and Barron and the boys that's come in, we've got a lot more energy in there, haven't we? Which we've criticised the lack of.
That's it, mate. We have, because it's and there's no debating it, mate, or contradicting it. We never had legs in there. We're now starting to get legs into the team, which makes a hell of a difference. Because you then can actually change things run about and move people about. Whereas we've still got people in there that needs to be changed. Well, of course we have, and we've still got people in there that shouldn't actually still be with the club. But that's just development, mate. That's just evolution. You can't do, as we all keep saying, we can't keep doing it all in one window. It needs to be done over 2 or 3 windows. 16 players have disappeared, mate. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible if you think about it. For a club playing in our league to have to do that is incredible, mate. But it had to be done. It had to be done, and we all great and moaned for it. I kept saying this. We all shouted for it. This place needs to be gutted. Well, it's gutted, and there's going to be more gone as well. But it's gutted. Maybe not this one day, but it's gutted. We're all great about people in the background. That's gutted. We're all great about people on the board. That's gutted. We'll get rid of the people that buggered up the stand or the development of the Copeland Road. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's as positive as it can be at the moment. It could be better, of course. It could be better. We all know that. But
of course,
you've got to give these people a chance. You've got to give these players a chance.
Mm-hmm. And before we just talk wholly about the game, mate. People will make mistakes in the future. That's life. People make mistakes, mate, and sometimes it's only hindsight. You know.
Oh,
but I did have to chuckle when Mr. Wright got a winner for Birmingham yesterday.
I text outside, man. I was saying I'm going down there to batter him. I'm just going down there to batter him. It's just the writing was on the wall there, wasn't it? I mean, that's twice he's played in that stadium.
Did you mention Southside? He started well. He's over 2.5 goals, got a few goals in his games, but ultimately failed miserably with 1 out of 6, mate. 1 out of 6. You wouldn't even have took that at your school.
He's bipolar, mate. Last week it was 5 out of 6. This week it's 1 out of 6. He's bipolar, mate. He's, you never know what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm. And it's new September. And he's none up.
None up so far.
Pressure's mounting. The pressure's mounting.
You got to remember, he's gutted his background staff as well, mate. So it'll take time for it to settle down.
Yes, but Mr. Fox gave him a vote of confidence yesterday, but I don't know how long that'll last. Right, okay.
That's a kiss of death, isn't it? Fox gave you a vote of confidence. Sorry, mate.
Give us the team, mate.
The team is Butland, Tavernier, Proper, Suter, Jeffrey, Sterling, Barron, Diomande, Matondo, Cherney, Dessers. Substitutes are Kelly, Lawrence, Casanova, Balligan, Igmani, Raskin, McCausland, Fraser, and Danilo.
The one you're struggling with, we'll just call him Nara.
Nara.
All right.
Nara. Aye, okay.
Nara. We Nara people.
We are the people. Aye. Definitely, mate. I'll do that. So aye. Good looking team. Let's see what it does now. Let's hope it all just gels together. We're still developing as a team. So a lot of young players in there. Looking forward to this, mate.
Aye. Listen, we'll get pace on my left-hand side with Matondo and Jeffrey. We'll get legs in the middle of the park. We'll get power in the middle of the park. We'll get somebody who's neat and tidy. And you've got Diamande, who we hope can make things happen. Now, that's on paper, Albert. You need to do it in the grass, don't you?
Yeah, it's win the battles, mate. It's a case of you go to match them for fight and determination. That's first and foremost, mate. We must match them for fight. We can't be left wanting because the last few games we played against them, first 20 minutes, half an hour, even the first half, we've been lacking in fight, mate. We need to match them in fight. There's no doubt about it, mate. Nothing matters until you win that. Until you match them and beat them and sheer determination and will to win, then you can actually start doing something playing football. But if you're just going to go in there with a weak and washy type attitude, we'll see what happens if you get in with that attitude, mate. So in with the right attitude, fight and determination, mate. Start with that. That's the basis to build all success. And if you've no got that in your team, well, you've no got anything, basically. So we're going to see if these young boys, these new boys have got it. Result, want to win. Of course we want to win. Can we win? Of course, any team can win any game. Take your chances. Aye, that's that. Any team can win any game, mate. This narrative that's up here in Scotland about they're unstoppable, they're this, they're brilliant and all that. It's nonsense, absolute nonsense. It's only a game of football. I mean, Gerard got it right when he turned around and says, how do you feel going into the Lions' Den? They're not real lions, are they? It's just people, some human beings. It's just a game of football.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
About what?
I don't know about them being human beings, mate, but that's another story. Right. Okay, we better get his phone lines opened, huh?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Right, come and join us. I don't think there'll be many surprised at the team. I think most of the conversations will be about the bench, mate. Yeah.
I think the bench could be better. We'll get, even with the players we've got, no counting signing anybody else in the future. Even the players we've got, the bench is looking no bad, and it can get better. The team also can get better.
Well, you've got Raskin back. You've got Danilo, who's had minutes under his belt, who could get involved. We've got a new signing in there. We've got the boy Ngwami who's come in. You've got Lawrence who can influence a game if he comes on and gets involved. Ballington for cover. McCausland if you need him, and Fraser for energy. Kelly's cover for the goalkeeper. So slowly but surely, mate. Yeah, things are going. You've got Cortez coming back. You've got the boy coming in for the Albanian lad to come into the group. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Yep. So obviously you can't predict what other injuries you're going to get. Redvan's out injured, but we've got cover now. So we move on, huh?
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. That's the way you look at it. And no, you mentioned in the background the stands, really. The Ibrox is nearly ready to move back in. We've got the wage bill all down. All this is all positive stuff, mate. All heading the club in the right direction now. Now we need to solidify and then start showing all the doubters out there. Rangers supporters, I'm talking, I don't care about the rest of them, just care about Rangers supporters. All the Rangers supporters are doubting it. I mean, they will give them a chance. I know them. They're all good men. They're all good Rangers, good men and women. They're all good Rangers supporters, all of them. So they will come round eventually. But the team need to show them something, as they need to show us as well. It's down to showing what they're all about.
We're talking about on paper, mate. You're talking on the grass, mate. That's what it's important. And I don't know consistently how good Proper or Jeffrey or Barron or Cherny are going to be, because we've only seen them a few games, mate. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It takes time to judge people, and people individually can make mistakes and have a bad game. Also, that doesn't make you a bad player. But if you day to day, you're in the bad books and on the naughty step for a while, aren't you?
Okay, I mean, it's no make or break, but it's definitely make. You can make your Rangers reputation and career with the Rangers fans if you turn up today and win this game. Oh, definitely, mate, no doubt about that. But again, it's about attitude, mate. If you walk away with defeat, well, you'll get judged on how you played, how your attitude was. If you roll out and get beat badly, you'll not get. It's difficult to come back for that. It really is difficult to come back for that. The manager is go. His hands are tied. We know that his hands are tied. But I'm looking for the team to show something today. No, I'm talking about fighting spirit. I'm talking about will to win. That's what I'm really looking for. You'll see it.
Attitude, mate.
You'll see it, Ox. If they do it right, you'll see it right away. You'll know right away going, oh, you've got something here. Now the rest needs to fall into place in the course of a game. But you need to start with that baseline. That baseline is attitude, fight, determination, will to win. You need to match them and better them with that, first and foremost.
Right. I'm going to talk about somebody whose ability's been questioned, but I don't know if you could ever fault his attitude. That's Dessers.
Dessers a superb attitude, absolutely. I mean, I've given him pelters. I think most people have given him pelters, and the guy he's still standing, and he's still smiling, and he's still trying, and he's scoring goals now. You've got. I've given it big time, but I stand back and applaud the man and go like that. Well done, son. No, here's another wee bit in the step to recovery. Score up here today, and I'm not saying he's a bad player if he doesn't score up here today. But as long as we win the game, I don't care who scores, right enough. But it'd be a big, huge step forward. But nah, the guy. Sorry.
Did he not score last season? Was it him and not put the net in? Just before Lundstrom gets sent off, wasn't it? Aye.
Mm-hmm. He scored against them. It's no doubt about that. He scored against them. But at the end of the day, up there at that mid, you know what I mean, with a rabid brigade always shouting there. You know what I mean? It's what men are made of. It's what it shows you've got bottle. Like Barisic to me never had any bottle. He showed it up there all the time, man. Collapsed, totally collapsed. He's not the only one, but he was the one that was visible. He collapsed. Some of them collapsed inside, but he collapsed inside and he showed it outside, and it's just a thing you don't do. You don't ever do that, mate. So I'm confident that this team is going to go forward. I've no right to be confident because, as you say, a lot of the players we've not seen in situations like this. But I'm still quietly confident, mate. What I've seen so far with them, I like.
Aye, it's it's early. It's early in the season. It's early to make real calls. You can only critique what you've seen. If we use Jeff Day, for instance, pre-season, the initial, I was like, and then as things have moved on, starting for the second half, and away in Kiev, he came in midfield, and you think, fast, left foot, pacey, good passer of the ball. All right, could be an asset. Don't know if he's a natural defender.
Welcome to the Tesco mobile voicemail service.
But he's definitely got something about him. And this one, as you say, they'll not make or break his career. But if you have a good game, it really kicks you on all better.
Gives you the confidence to carry on, mate. Gives you the confidence to grow. It's you will grow. Playing well up the other day makes you grow a bit faster. That's what it's all about, mate. Because there isn't any more hostile environment in Scotland. You're going to playing up there, and if you can hold your own up there and better your opposition or your opponent who you're up against, well, that goes a long, long way, mate. You're on your way now, and I hope they all do it.
I wonder how that's.
Welcome to the Tesco.
I wonder how that supercomputer works, mate. That seconds away to first and third in the first 4 games of the season, mate. Interesting, isn't
it? Aye, there you go. There you go. So it's a coincidence, mate. It's every year it's a coincidence. It just works out this way. Supercomputer, aye, right. It's called a pen and paper, mate.
Right, okay. I see what you've done. Is the paper got all the wee squares in it so it's easier for you?
You can colour it. When you don't know what you're doing, you just colour the boxes in, know what I mean?
You seem to be talking through experience, mate.
I'm not talking through experience. I do all the time.
Right, people join us all the time, mate. Give us a team and then I'll give you their team. Yeah?
Right. Okay. Team is Butland, Tavernier, Proper, Suter, Yefty, Stirling, Barron, Diamondi, Matondo, Cerny, Dessers. Substitutes Kelly, Lawrence, Casawaro, Balogun, Igamandi, Askin, Goslin, Fraser, and Daniel.
All right, and their team is Michael, Johnson, Vickers, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, Bernardo, Hattie, Kuhn, Maida, and Kuogo. I think Southside named it, and they've got substitutes as well. They'll remain nameless.
Right. All right, troops.
How we doing? All right, Jerry?
10 to 12. Right. Bloody hell, troops.
What's your language, Jerry?
I didn't swear there, did I?
Nearly. Just carry on.
I know. Where was his... I nearly did swear there. His team...
What do you think?
Just Sterling playing midfield.
Sterling's playing in midfield with Barron and Diamondi in front of him, but it looks like, yeah. Thoughts?
Yes. Who's it right?
Diamondi and Tierney. Sorry. Matondo and Tierney.
Lawrence is playing to start.
Lawrence is on the bench.
That's all right.
All right. Are you happy with that, mate?
Aye. Well, aye. Lawrence is on the bench.
Lawrence is on the bench, mate. All right. I'll get Albert to give you the team. Albert, give him a team.
Team is Butland, Tavernier, Proper, Suter, Yefty, Sterling, Barron, Diomande, Matondo, Tierney, Dessers. Substitutes Kelly, Lawrence, Casawango, that was the right, Balogun, Igmani, Raskin, McCausland, Fraser, Danilo.
Oh,
All right,
see
there's the
that?
team. There's the team, Jerry.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
mate.
Thank-
Enjoy the game. Aye, Jerry's come on. We're doing our public service there, Albert. You know my team. Yeah.
Ah, that was nice. That was nice, is.
Aye, always. Aye. He seems quite happy, Jerry. Aye. Yeah, he was
Aye.
looking for Sterling to start in midfield. What's your take on that? I think, and I know I've said it before, I think, as we've seen at the moment, and I've not seen him enough at right back, so I give my big mate that. But I think when we see him, he's more effective playing in there, and I think we're a better team when he's playing in there. Now, I might have to eat humble today, but as we sit today, that's how I see it.
He's the right player to be in the other day where he's playing. That's a given. Whether that's the right position from long term going forward, well, that'll remain to be seen. What? It's one of the ones we've got in our right back. It seems that's in Clement's mind. It's no that wants him to play. He wants to play him in that middle of that park. Some way, get him in there some way. But for the days, horses for courses, he's the right horse for this course today, definitely. In the right position, mate. No doubt about that. Because they heard me Lawrence, but no, he'll no keep up with the pace. Lawrence just won't. I told you, he's the last 20 minutes. This type of game, last 15, 20 minutes of a game, if you need him. If you need him. So aye, Sterling, definitely, mate. This is the right place for him today. Right in the battle, right in the middle of the battle.
I don't disagree, mate. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's a good game, mate. You know, he can be rash and he gets involved and he goes for 50-50s, and obviously the referees have played their part in these games in the last couple of seasons, you know. Anyway, we'll be joined by Cal. Morning, Cal.
Morning.
Turn your telly off.
I'm doing that. Aye.
The secret
Team's
is
all
to do
right.
it first. The secret is to do it first, mate. Carry
I
on.
did, but I put it onto something else. I don't use a new telly before. Fred Blundstone here with things like that.
Carry on, mate. What do you think on the team?
The team's all right, but we've got it. That's all we've got. Got to play with it. No big surprises.
No.
I would say about our new signings. From now on, can we get players that just are called Smith, Jones, Davis, Wilson, things like that? It'll help you out. Because, I mean, you can't even read that in a piece of paper. That's disgusting, I'm sorry. Casemiro and Casemiro.
But to be fair, he struggled with Kelly. Albert?
I'm not here to pass reading tests, mate. I'm here to read a team out.
I know, but everybody's struggling with it.
I know they are. I know, but it's
Nara. His name's Nara.
I'll tell you one thing, you better be Nara, because any parent that's going to buy that jersey for their Wayne is going to ruin it to try to get that name on it. That'll be dearer than the strip itself, putting that on.
Aye.
Aye, so what do you think of the team, mate? Happy?
I think the team's all right. I really do. I think we're in with a chance. Not a great chance, but I think we're in with a chance. We've just got to be strong. Believe in ourselves, you know.
Obviously, our record's no great up there. Yeah, in the last couple of years, they've beat us, and there's been a couple of games where we've not even laid a glove on them. And the last game, I mean, I'll be honest with you, they beat us 2-1. It could have been a lot worse. You know, there was a period that second half, but we were crazily sent down, and I'm crazily blaming myself when Lundstrom were back in the game, goes and gets sent off. And I think that sucked the oxygen out of us and obviously gave them a lift and made it easier for them. You know, so it's important we keep 11 players on the part, mate, yeah?
You've got to keep 11 on. That's the other thing I'm worrying about. Discipline a wee bit. Because I think Cherny's a bit of an iffy sweetie. And Sterling attracts attention, and so does Jefty. You know? With the rawness of them, you know. Not the rawness, but you know what I mean. The endeavour they put in.
I'll tell you something, Carl. I'll tell you something right now. Here's a bet for you. See the three players you just mentioned there. I bet the three of them, their combined fouls will not be anywhere near what McGregor, the amount of fouls.
I'm not
McGregor
saying about
commits.
that. I say they draw attention to themselves.
Well, McGregor should draw attention to themselves as well, because he commits more professional fouls than any other player in Scotland. He gets away with it all the time, mate.
McGregor can walk in water as far as referees are concerned.
You're right.
Right, I'll tell you what we've got for you to listen to. We've got the manager, so if you don't mind putting your
Right, I'm away anyway, but I can't listen to that. I can't listen to him. Right, bye. 3-0.
Cheers, Cal. Cal's went for 3-0. Let's hear for the manager. Philip, come on.
Gaffer, first Old Firm of the season, what's going to be key today to getting a positive result?
Yeah, a lot of things. You need to be defensive, really good, really strong. You need to be switched on all the time, but you need also to be brave on the ball and to create the spaces for ourselves, to dare to play football and to create chances, and then to be efficient. So that's the thing we missed last season. I think in this kind of games we were not efficient enough with the opportunities we had.
And are you keen to see a continuation of the improvement that your side have shown in recent weeks?
Yeah, of course, but it's another opponent. This is a step forward into that. It's a better team, of course, than St Johnstone or Motherwell or Ross County. So it's a different kind of game, but it's really interesting now to see with all the new young lads in how they take this hurdle again. And like this, we will grow the next couple of months.
And a couple of changes to your side from last weekend. Is it good to get Robin Proper back involved as well?
Yes, of course. Leon Balogun had also small injury problems, so there was a choice to make in that way. But it's important that Robin is back fit, and he can be very important the next couple of months with his football qualities.
And above all else today, what qualities do you want to see from your side?
A brave team, a team who dares to play, but also a team who's strong in the duel. So to be focused and not to be busy with all the noise around, but to be focused on ourselves. The last season I've been here 2 times. 2 times we had a red card. So those are the things we need to avoid, because even then it was only 1 goal difference at the end. So we need to stay with 11 and don't do daft things during the game that take us out of concentration, or that we end up playing with 10 players. It's of no use.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I think he's been listening to us, mate.
It's no rocket science, I don't know, mate. It's quite simple. No. We all know it. We all know it. All the Rangers supporting it. You don't need to, I mean, I just say it out loud, but everybody knows it. It's not, I'm not teaching them anything or trying to teach them anything. It's basics. Just stand up to it. Do not back down. This is the secret to the Old Firm games. Do not back down. Win your duels. Attitude, aggression, controlled aggression. No anything stupid. But, and I'm quite sure that Clement will get the best out of these young boys. He's done it before with similar squads and win leagues and things like that with similar squads, that young players coming in, he's developing them and getting the right actual mental attitude into them and getting the proper things today on and off the park. So it all adds up. All wee details all add up to one big thing. Success, mate. That's what we're after, success. So this is another step along the road.
Mm-hmm. And the point he made about 10 men on the park, mate, it's common sense, isn't it?
Of course it is, mate. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the referees have got a big part to play in that. I mean, you never hear any of them, that mob, or any of their supporters talking about keeping 10 men in the park, because they never get the same treatment we get. So if they get the treatment we got, the Twos got the same treatment, you would find they'd be saying the same thing. Keep 10 men in the park. Don't fly into tackles. Don't keep fouling, persistent fouling. I mean, but it never gets spoken about. So I keep going on about these referees. It's big that they do their job properly today. Just fair. Just be fair.
And just on a personal note, mate, if I was you, I would put your latch on your door, shut your curtains, and put your double mortise on.
For?
To stop with visitors.
Visitors, he's on his way. He's on his way, mate. He's on his way. I've pulled up the drawbridge. You'll need to climb out of the boat and everything to get to me.
Oh, well, I know what he'll see if he's got to climb out of the boat.
You'll see.
So mote it be.
Aye, so mote it be, mate. That's it. Let it come on. Bring it on.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Make sure you get the check off for the Page Boy suits.
Oh, aye, definitely. He's paying for that. He's paying for that. I like that elastic carry on. They're elastic and they're stretchy. I can put weight on instead of taking it off now.
Aye, easy. Right, okay. So people join us all the time. I know they're saying the same thing all the time. I've been joined by Jerry and Cal already. He's a team, Albert, and then I'll get your thoughts. Cal's picked for 3-0. He's a positive man.
Team is Butland, Tavernier, Proper, Suter, Yefty, Sterling, Barrigan, Barron, Diamandi, Batondo, Cherny, Dessers. Substitutes Kelly, Lawrence, what do I call him, Nani, Barligan, Bigaman, Raskin, McCausland, Fraser, and Danilo.
Nara.
Anyway, we'll get used to it.
Aye, so aye. What was sort of predicted, mate, and as I said, the big debate was Lawrence. Obviously, the manager's mentioned there was Balogun and Proper. They might not be 100% fit if they've had knocks, but who is 100% fit ever, mate, if you're being honest?
That's it. It's professional football they're playing. No, I mean, there's always going to be niggles, isn't there? It's going to be knocks and bangs and bruises and aches and pains. It's part of football. It's in the past, I think some of these players have just played it up a bit. That's just my opinion. I've no actual proof of that, but that's my opinion on it. I think some of them were pulling the what was it? Conning is one for a better saying, mate. So.
Taking big wages and no performing, mate. I'll put it
exactly,
mate.
Yeah. It's a fact of life, mate. You can't. I don't think if any ever pulled them up, they could argue the point as well. If you ever meet them in the future in a pub or anything like that, and they come up and talk to you, and you turn around and say to them, "You took millions out of Rangers and gave very, very little back. You were swinging a lead there." I think they were honest men. They would say, well, sometimes I was, maybe. There's plenty of them as well, but that's now sorted to a certain degree. We've still got a bit to go, but to a certain degree it's been sorted. We're heading in the right direction. So
yeah. Who's the big players for you? Who's got to play well? Yeah, I'll let you pick 3, Albert. There you go.
Well, Butland's got to play well. Let's say it. Butland's definitely got to play well.
What happens if he's a game like his in the cup final? He can lean against the post, and he's got one save to make.
I will. I'll take that, but this time make the save.
Aye, all right. Carry on.
So he's got to play well. I think the boy Jeffy's got to play well. Just for the fact he's inexperienced might be a problem, but he's definitely got to play well. You can pick anyone in the midfield to play well, but I think Dessers has got to be deadly today, mate. If he gets chances, he's got to be clinical, really clinical. Big ask. Big ask. You watched Haaland yesterday. Clinical, mate. He gets the chances, he just buries. I'm not asking him to be Haaland. Come on, I'm not saying that, mate. But come on, he's got to be a bit more clinical than he's been in important games. But he can do it. He's proved he can do it. So that's my 3.
All right, mate. Right, I get your Butland one and I get your Dessers one because where they play in the pitch, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of focus for your support on Tav, yeah? And I hope Tav comes through with flying colours.
See, the thing with Tav, mate, is everybody forgets. I think Tav forgets himself. He's got huge experience, mate. He should start drawing on that experience. He's learned enough about the game now to know how to cope with a fast winger. Good defenders, good fullbacks who have no blessed with pace. And I'm not saying Tav's a complete slow coach, but come on, he's got mega experience, mate, in European football. More than the clown he's playing against. So he should be able to draw on that and just nullify
Here's
it.
a question for you then. Has he played against better players than him in Europe?
Okay, a lot better than him, and he's played well. And he's played really well.
Mm-hmm. Aye, but mental, innit?
I know. He's just letting the noise get to him. He's letting the hype and all that nonsense get to him, and he's watching him running by. I mean, any player can run by any other player at any given time. But you don't let it affect you for a full 90 minutes, or however long the game lasts now. But you don't let it affect you. But what you want to do is draw on experience. Just draw on your experience and play him right. And he's not got the skill to beat you if you play him right. All he's got is pace. That's all he's got.
And an engine.
Well, he's got an engine. I'll give him that. Must be a Honda engine, but it's an engine. He's got a good engine, and I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I think you might be getting somebody else joining you.
2 people.
Aye, maybe. Different ends of the city. You never know.
Always welcome, mate. Always welcome.
You can come to blows with a bottle of vodka and a bottle of tequila rose.
It's all there for him. It's all there for him. But so apart from that, I'm looking forward to it, mate. And my prediction for results, well, anything can happen in Old Firm games. No, I mean that was a good Old Firm games when anything could happen. But it seems to be that everybody outside the Rangers think this is going to be a one-sided slaughter. I don't think that for a minute, mate. I think I'll take a cheeky wee 2-0 into Rangers.
Right, I'm not saying I'm taking a Bridgeman, but I just want one more goal than them, mate.
Oh, that'll do me, mate. That will do me. Any victory will do me.
Mm-hmm. You know, it'd be interesting, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how the new players perform, yeah. And also, as you mentioned Butland, we mentioned Dessers, and I mentioned Tav. They're no new players, but we've got to do this influential in the game, yeah.
Yep. I mean, they've all got to, let's be honest with it, they've all got to turn up. They've all got to turn up and play. But take care of your own corner first. Win your battles, your individual battles. Stand up to it. That's all you ask for, stand up to it. This is not just for this game. This is for showing us what you've got for going forward, because we're going to rely on you for the whole season and beyond. So let's see what you've got. And that's what me as a Rangers supporter, I don't know about it. I know we want the victory. That's the paramount importance of victory. That's the number one thing. But I'm also looking for the future, mate. I'm looking to see what these players are made of. Just you'll be able to tell. You'll be able to tell the reactions, mate.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, really interesting. And am I picking up for you think there's a cause for having a bit of enthusiasm for the game, mate? Yeah, you don't have any apprehension, or just a normal all firm apprehension?
You've always got apprehension. We're not arrogant enough to think we're going to go up there and blow them away, or we think well this, that, the next time. We're not like that. But it's just you've got to have confidence in your own team, your own club, your own support. You've got to have confidence in it. Confidence without getting overconfident. Confidence without getting arrogant about it. I mean, all I hear is the arrogance is coming for them. It shows you how desperate it is, mate, if you listen to the interview with Cherny. I mean, there's a clown in there talking about that mob. In our interview, talking about that mob. They're always looking for the headline. They're always looking for us to write their team top prior to the game. They're always looking for something to latch onto. And I'm saying that's how desperate you are. That's what you were all this all-conquering, all-brilliant team that cannot be touched. No, it doesn't sound that they're that confident either, mate. They're a decent team. There's no getting away from that. But the all-conquering, they're the best team we've ever seen. No, they're not. They're not even close to it, mate. So go up there and treat them like that and just say, well, I'm going to show you I'm a bit as good as you. I think we'll be all right. It's all about attitude, mate. It's all about fighting determination.
Aye, attitude and obviously, aye. You're right, mate. A lot of professional football is about 90% attitude and 10% ability, because a lot of people have got the ability, mate, but they lack that attitude, heart, desire, whatever you want to call it, yeah?
Yep. But that's the difference between professional football and a bit of black arts. You know what I mean? Which I don't like, but it's there. You can't ignore it. It is there. It's part of the game. I don't particularly like it myself, but it's there. So you'll get this. I mean, you look at the Kiev game. The black arts were in full display there, throwing themselves about the place. I expect, by the way, I've got a sneaky suspicion we're going to get a bit of this idea for them. Because Rodgers is that sort of sneaky, horrible individual. I mean, you got to suspect an individual that carries his own portrait about himself with job to job. I mean, that's something sick in your nut with doing things like that. No, but anyway, that's just another conversation for another day.
Oh well. It's not something I think about a lot, mate. I'll leave that to you. Yeah. And the manager, I'm not saying pressure, but I'll use the word scrutiny, mate, because obviously he came in and we played them up there at New Year. Balogun got sent off. We had a real decent performance, and they were hanging on with 10 men against us. We didn't take our chances again, and then we mind the one with Dessers running through, mate. That was a big moment for him in his Rangers career. So we came in that game, and then we played them at Ibrox, and then with that crazy game at 3 each. Yeah, maybe he's learned his lesson. I can't remember. I think Lauren started that day, and I might be wrong. So we blew that day, and then that game up there as well. 2-0, bad goals. Didn't start, had missed chances. Silva should have scored. And 2-1, we've got it back to. We've got them quiet. We're coming into it. And then Lundstrom does what Lundstrom done a couple of times. Crazy. So, if we can compete, keep 11 players on the park, no make real bad individual errors. Sorry about that. Individual errors. There's reason for optimism, mate. Reason. That's if you do all these things, mate.
That's it, mate. It's all there in front of them because it's all been spoken about before. It's no like you're going in there to the unknown. You do all these things, it falls into place, but it's a big ask. It's one of the ones that. But every team's the same, mate. It's not like it's just us. It's the case of this is a new team, and this is why you talk like this. This is a new team. This is people who know experience in certain situations and at certain levels. But again, as I said, you've got to go in with optimism, mate. You've got to. You can't just sit there with a head in your hands going in with doom and gloom attitude. As I said before, we've started a new regime. He said it himself. This is a changing of the guard, basically. So let's see how we go on. And eventually, he's going to get scrutinised about his results against them. It's been said all over the place. It's been said that he's got to start beating them because it's no good a Rangers manager that can he beat them. But the Times know to judge the man. The man's doing his full concentrations everywhere else, but totally on this game and totally on them. He's trying to build a whole football department. He's trying to do so many things, and he'll get there eventually. But eventually, you have to beat them. It's no good, and you have to beat them consistently. It's just a fact of life, mate. And we've not had it for years. And eventually, it will come back to Gerrard. Since Gerrard, mate. And it took him time to do it as well, but he done it. Mm-hmm. As I said, he learned his lesson and went, I need to change my tactic here. You can't just stick rigidly to what you want today. Sometimes you've got to change slightly to get the success. It's not about developing a style of play and being really good at that style of play. It's about winning football matches, mate. And you have to be adaptable to different systems and different ways of playing to win these games. That's just a fact of life, mate. Unless you're Manchester City. I watched part of their game yesterday. It's just so boring. Absolutely so boring. You're going, that's no competition. You look at West Ham, who've spent hundreds of millions of pounds and are nowhere near close to that Man City. It's boring, mate. It's just boring. So you've got to have competition through it. But that's, again, we could probably pick that up through the international break. Talk about that. Anyway, mate, last word for your good self. Last word for me is keep believing. Keep believing. Dear Big Marvin, keep believing, mate. So come on, the Rangers. Yes. Listen, I hope we're still positive after the final whistle. Thanks to Carl and Jerry for joining us. Thanks to Fox and Old School Blue.
for being on the show so early. I know they like the early ones all there. And thanks to your good self, mate. I hope you enjoy your afternoon and speak to you after the game. And come on, Rangers. Take it away, Old School Blue.
As I was walking